Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Let's Agree to Disagree. It's been a long time coming. I don't know for those of you who are in my Discord who've been keeping up at all. I've been, dropping hints or just little mentions that I was going to be doing a podcast pretty soon. Well, the day has finally come. I'm pretty excited about it. I've got a good friend of mine who's been with me for a really long time. I don't know if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself. No? Alright, it's alright. Today, we're just going to be talking about what's going on with the industry as a whole. Honestly, I'm kind of excited for next generation. I've still got mixed feelings about a couple of things. We've talked about this too before, but my main concern, it's not necessarily the hardware, but it's going to be the pricing of games. Still, that's one thing I'm not sold on. Like people have said, it's been a long time coming, moving up to $70 for game prices, but I'm just not ready to pay that. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but
didn't they say they were going to make it 60 still? I know because even with the Sony talking we don't have enough of the whatever chip they said, because there's already going to be a shortage. They won't be able to send as much PS5s out because of that certain chip. I forget now.
Are you talking about the SoC?
They said they don't have enough, so they have to scale back up the PS5s there to ship it out and all that.
No, from what I was gathering, Sony didn't say they were going to scale back, but internally it sounded like 15 million was the goal for launch to ship out. Like that was their internal goal. Never set in stone, but they wanted to do 15 million. But because of those bad yields on the SoC, they had to scale back to 11 million. But you had a lot of I think it was the Wall Street Journal. No, it was Bloomberg. Bloomberg said that they had cut back and they weren't going to ship as much. So that's where that whole thing came from. But honestly, the system on a chip, that has nothing to do with the game prices. It's just like, we're moving to this direction where games are becoming more and more like interactive movies, same budgets almost, getting all these high profile actors and whatnot. It's becoming a serious production. And, sure, I don't mind them, I guess ballooning in price. My problem is we should have done this earlier. They should have, done this earlier than now. I don't know. I feel like it's finally coming to a head. When do you think budgets started ballooning? Like at the start of the 7th generation?
Which generation is that?
I know it's been a minute, but that's like PS3, Xbox 360.
All that generation. I still, even with the price of the PS5 being, the digital was like 400.
No, digital. Oh wait, yeah, digital 400. Yeah, all digital.
Yeah, and the actual normal console is 500, which was how much. It's not as much as it was the PS4 was when it first came out.
The PS4 launched. I believe it was 400 when it launched. I'm pretty sure 400 when it launched.
Oh, must be something else then.
Yeah. I'm almost positive it was 400 when it launched. But I mean, prices aside, just throw that out the window. Like, it's funny you brought up the PS5 too, because I was just thinking in the back of my head, that's a really bad deal. The digital edition, it is a really bad deal. If you really do it on paper, so you have, there's no choice. You have to buy nothing but digital games on that system.
Whatever discounts that system does, besides, because that's what I was talking to someone on yesterday who was talking about. He feels bad for people buying the digital because you have to accept whatever discount Sony gives you instead of going to GameStop and buying a used game,
or just anywhere getting a used game. And it's a bad deal. So you got the base system, 500. They cut out $100, and I really don't think that the drive inside the PS5, was worth the $100 cut. That makes sense.
The digital?
No, I'm talking about going from the base to the digital. Like, it's $100 difference. But I don't think that, or at least on Sony's side, cutting out the drive is really making it up for them on the digital one. Because I don't think the drive itself is $100, This is the way I'm looking at it. Like, you've got the base one, that's $500. All right, so to make it cheaper, they took out the drive. I guess they slashed it by 100, but it still doesn't feel worth it to me because you're not gonna, like you said, be able to go to GameStop, get a used disc, do anything like that of that nature. I really just don't see it, and you're locked at that price. You're just buying $70 games, and I don't think we're really gonna see a lot of discounts come next generation on Sony's side. I think they're going the Nintendo route of they're just gonna make their games hold their value. I know, it's a great thing about, but we've been trained by Nintendo by this point where it's like, hey, I'm not gonna expect, Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to get a discount anytime soon.
Not on the digital platform.
Not on the physical platform from retail either. You go into GameStop, those games are still up there. There's
if they're new that isn't receiving discount.
I mean, even used, they're like still above $45. I think you can't.
I think when I went by GameStop, we went to the mall.
That's why we go to the mall. Yep.
So anyway, I went by GameStop, and I just happened to take a gander at the price, and it was still like.
It was still up there. It was still up there. So, I mean, that's Nintendo's strategy, and I mean, people complained, but it's been 30 years later, and those games are still holding their value pretty well. I mean, it's just crazy to think about. What is it? March 3rd will be the 4th year of the Switch's life cycle, and Breath of the Wild is still $60. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still $60.
A port of a game that has all this DLC from the Wii U just ported over.
That game is the reason we're not getting Mario Kart 9. I don't think we'll get Mario Kart 9 this generation. Because they can't make it. I mean,
it's still one of the most top selling,
it's an evergreen title. Like it's an evergreen title. It's not going anywhere. Still look at the UK sales chart. It's up there. It's like always in the top 10. It's a great game. I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's really great. But I would like Mario Kart 8 9 sometime soon.
Mario Kart 8 9.
Mario Kart 8 9. Mario Kart 9. Excuse me. Yeah, but I would like that sometime soon. I don't think we're going to be getting that. I mean, next generation is going to be a treat. Well, speaking of which, talking about PlayStation a little bit. I called you this morning and I told you that Xbox, the pre-orders in Japan, all sold out. You already known, but that was news to me. And apparently it was news to a lot of people because they said, I think the number was in Japan up from 2013 until now. Xbox has sold about 120,000 units. Period.
In Japan. Wow.
In Japan.
Yeah, it's an American-based company putting on an American-based system.
I mean, even deeper than that, besides it being.
Western.
I mean, the Japanese like Western products. It's not like they don't, they buy Western stuff from the States. But I think the problem that Microsoft had was that they really didn't try. Yes, there you go. That's what I'm looking for. They didn't try to appeal to that market at all. That's a very strong market. When you look at the world for video games, I mean, we have 2 of the 3 console manufacturers there, Nintendo and Sony. They've got a stronghold, but I think Microsoft could really break in, and that, Phil Spencer's been really trying his hardest. They've got it. What they need an attractive system. Xbox One S is that attractive system. It's small, it's sleek, it's affordable. I mean, it's gonna just sit right there in the entertainment set, excuse me. And I mean, you can get into it. Xbox All Access, $25. I forget what the conversion is to yen, but I mean, for us, it's $25 a month if you're gonna finance it. And I just found out after you came over that they cut it another $100 over there. So I think it's like
that's right, I read that.
Yeah, it's like $199 for a next gen console in Japan versus $299 over here, which is still good. Those are both really attractive prices.
That was the Black Friday price of my PS4.
Oh really?
Yeah, I paid $200 for my PS4 at Black Friday.
They never did that deal again.
No.
I was like, I missed out that year. I was like, oh man, well, I'll just get next year.
That was the Best Buy deal, I think. I don't know if it was.
No, it was GameStop.
I bought mine from Best Buy.
Oh, you got yours from Best Buy?
I think that was a GameStop.
I could have sworn that was a GameStop deal. It was like $199 for PS4. Wasn't that the Black Friday Spider-Man came out? Or was it after the year after Spider-Man? I can't remember.
No. Oh, for that one? Because I got mine before that.
You got yours before that?
I got mine in the first season of Street Fighter V.
What season are they in now?
5.
I don't care what Street Fighter. I was like, he's like the first season. Like what? Oh, that's crazy. But no, like I really missed out. I feel bad. I had to buy it at full price again next. Well, that's a lie. I think I think it was like a $50 difference. The way they did it was like, okay, here's a console. I got it from GameStop. They put it in a cardboard box. Like, I know, game consoles, they all come in boxes. But no, it was literally like a cardboard.
They got out the dumpster.
Yeah, one of those cardboard perforated boxes, that you put like oranges in. And I think it came with Shadow of the Colossus Remaster. And I think I got my dad Metal Gear Solid 5. Was the Phantom Pain, right?
Yeah, because they had Ground Zeroes and they had the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, so I got him the Phantom Pain. And I think after tax, that was like $3 and some change, which isn't bad at all. Because, I mean, the console itself was $299, I think.
Normal, I think it is, yeah. Because when I bought mine, I got that, a new TV. And I got Street Fighter V and Bloodborne.
Oh, nice. Okay, here we go.
I think that was even with the TV included. I was not with the TV included, without the TV included. It was about the same, like 300 and something. The TV itself was like 300 and something.
This is where we are now. I mean, I'm still surprised. 7 years, almost 7 years, almost 8 years. We've had these consoles around: Xbox One, PS4, 2013, and we're in 2020. And just to think about the games we've gotten from then until now, we've gotten some really, heavy hitting titles. Things you wouldn't have imagined would have worked if you just looked at the specs on paper. Look at those slower Jaguar cores in the PS4. It's insane to think. So I am curious about how long the next generation will be. The cynic in me says it won't be as long as this generation. I don't think that we're gonna get another 7-8 year generation. I really don't.
No, they might give us a PS5 Pro in the middle of that.
Well, I mean, consoles always get refreshes.
Except the Switch.
Yeah, except the Switch. But I mean, we'll get to that. But yeah, consoles always get refreshes, so that's not surprising to me that we may see PS5. Oh, it just sounds horrible saying it. Just PS5. PS5 Pro. I think it'll be $650. I don't think he's talking about the PS5 Pro. I think it'll be like $649.99.
They'd have to convince you. You have to be like, this thing could like finance your house. I don't know what you put in the PS5
be
Pro.
A quantum computer, use it as a cell processor. I don't know, something like that. What you know what they did with all the old PS3s, right? I mean, they using the target ICBM missiles or something crazy like that. I read.
Oh yeah.
They put a bunch of them together, and it's like a supercomputer. I don't know. I have to read the article again, but it's something like that. It's probably what's going to end up happening. I don't know. The PS5 Pro.
They did say they're going to try to extend the PS4 a little longer because they still have games and stuff coming out for it.
Yeah, Horizon Forbidden. I don't know how that game is going to work on the PS4.
I still can't find where it's supposed to be. Horizon 2 is supposed to come out on PS4 as well as 5. So that game looks like a 5. It really does. It's like just straight up 5. Because I know there's some games coming out on the PS4 like DMC5 Special Edition, which should have just...
Wait, pause. DMC5 Special Edition is not coming to PS4?
Eventually. They said it's coming eventually to PS4.
You're lying!
No, I read that because I was looking... What made me mad is I was looking forward to that. And it was just like PS5... First, it's coming to PS5 as a launch title digitally. I'm just like, really? On PS4? The game came out PS4. Like, so they was like, they're trying to get ray tracing in there and... because I think the PS4 version won't have like legendary Dark Knight mode. Of course, it won't have ray tracing and like
It's not gonna have the 120 frames per second mode.
No.
Which I am curious about how that's gonna be crazy. That game at 120. I mean,
without turbo mode. The turbo mode either. PS4 version.
I'm not faulting them for wanting to release it on PS4. That makes sense for Capcom. I mean, the game started life on PlayStation 4, so hey, do a special edition. That's cool with me. I just don't see how Horizon Forbidden West is gonna work. You know, it's making me think about the scale of that game now. What is it?
I found it. There it is.
What is it?
PS4 and 5. Why 21? Why just make it? I don't know. All this time you go into a whole day about console exclusive stuff, but like, I mean, this is something Nintendo would do. Which actually they have done. Breath of the Wild came out on
Wii U and Switch, so yeah.
Like, I thought it was the Horizon Dawn Zero. I thought they didn't concentrate their efforts on. So yeah, they're definitely trying to extend the PS4's life cycle with games.
Well, I mean, you have to remember that don't quote me on this, but we're talking about an install base of over 100 million units out there. A very large install base. So I understand that they're not ready to like let that go yet, even though they said we believe in generations and all. You didn't catch them? Catch that?
People will say anything.
Well, I mean
anything.
Oh yeah, and it came out like, oh yeah, by the way, Miles Morales is still coming to PlayStation 4. That one, okay, that makes sense. I can see that one going to PlayStation 4.
They say it's more akin to the lines of Lost Legacy that Uncharted did, I think it was called.
Oh,
so it's like a DLC extension, not really like a new game. It's a gap stop for Spider-Man 2, because that game is apparently still in the works. Yeah, Spider-Man 2. Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man 2.
It's a stopgap.
Like First Light for like Infamous or like Lost Legacy for Uncharted.
Not just like
DLC.
I haven't played Lost Legacy. Have you?
What?
I haven't played Lost Legacy. Have you?
I have to finish 4 first.
Oh, you haven't finished 4?
No, I think Death Stranding came around that time.
Oh man, yeah, Death Stranding. Okay, I have not played Death Stranding. I don't think I will, but very interesting looking game there.
It wasn't for me.
I heard it wasn't for a lot of people. Yeah, it was definitely not for a lot of people. But I mean, hey, that's Kojima. Yeah. You basically, got to be in his cult to enjoy those type of games.
Oh no, I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid.
It's like
he was too ambitious with that one. He wanted to create his own game genre of stranding.
Okay, so I didn't follow up on that, but do you think it's its own game genre?
No. It's a UPS simulator.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, UPS. Yes, UPS simulator.
Yeah, UPS simulator. That's hard, creating your own game genre. I mean,
it is hard. You gotta. Really...
I applaud him for trying, but if you like look back at stuff he was saying at the time, like social simulation, buzzword, I can't remember. It's crazy stuff. Oh, we talk about this. I didn't play it. I remember going through Twitter, just seeing something like I guess not spoilers, but I guess scenes taken out of context. There's a lot of weird stuff.
Those scenes, even in context, you're just like, what? What do you do?
Because I asked you about the one where they were on the beach, and she was like, I can barely remember what the exact line was. But she was like, yeah, like Super Princess Beach. And I was like, what?
Oh, that.
Yeah, I was like, what? And then they just start running, like from Baywatch. Oh, man, I was so confused.
That has Kojima's thumbprint all throughout that game. It takes itself so seriously that it becomes hilarious. And then sometimes there's segments where that was one of the segments where it just didn't take itself seriously at all. Because that wasn't a serious moment, obviously.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd hope not. Yeah, Yeah, I hope it wasn't. That was crazy. Oh man, I wonder what he's gonna do for PlayStation 5.
I think it's supposed to be making a second one.
You're lying.
I think
That game can't have a sequel. No way. That's got to be against the law somewhere.
Considering how it ended, it can't have a sequel.
Really?
Just, yeah. Considering how it, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna spoil the game, but considering how it ended, it can have a sequel. It'll be kind of different, but I mean, people. I mean, they've done sequels of games that shouldn't have a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all over the place, but the sequels of games they won't deliver at all.
Like hey, hey, we're getting Demon Souls to tide you over.
Yes, it will definitely tide me
over. I haven't played a
Soulsborne,
whatever.
Soulsborne, Sekiro, all of them.
I haven't played a game like that since I guess Dark Souls Remastered on Switch. I played a little bit of that. It was fun. I mean, I liked it.
Every Soulsborne will tell you to start with Dark Souls. I can't. It's too arcade. I'll just play 3 and be done with it.
Oh, speaking of arcade, that is a very excellent segue into Super Mario 3D All Stars, because we were talking about this like last week. It's Mario 64 is jank. It's super. No. Let me phrase it. Okay. No. It's jank. I was gonna say it's archaic, but archaic would imply that not that it's not necessarily fun. That it's just
archaic is just like
old. I mean,
it's old and it's a lot of it's gameplay. I mean, Super Mario 64
didn't date well. That game didn't. It's aged. It's showing its age. That's what you're doing. It is showing its age. And I was playing it, and it feels good, like on Switch. It really does. There are parts that I don't like. Sliding sections, the race against the penguin. I fell off a bunch of times. I was like, man, this is really not for me. I mean, you get bumped once, and that's it. You go flying off that little.
It definitely controls weird compared to other 3D titles. Because I remember playing 64 the first time. I think the game was like 97 when I was like 9.
That's hilarious. No, but like we've talked about this, but my first 3D Mario game was Sunshine. That's the one I grew up with, and I've told you the story a million times about how prior to that, I had never. I'm not saying I had never. No, prior to that, only 3D Mario game that I knew in my head was Super Mario 64. I hadn't even played that, but I knew that existed because of the DS game. That makes sense at all. Because there's a DS game, Mario 64 DS.
I know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. You knew about its existence from a port to the DS.
Well, that was a lot of kids' first, I guess.
I know, but
intro to Mario 64 the DS version.
I just dated
which I think is the best version. I mean, we can argue about that later.
I'm not gonna argue. I haven't played the Super Mario 64 DS. I have no reference for it.
You haven't played Mario 64 DS?
I had a DS. I bought the first generation DS, and I didn't only play.
That was a launch title for the DS. How did you not play that game?
When did the DS came out? Oh, I finished high school when I got a DS.
Jesus.
So, I was looking for what I played. I had the only Mario game I had on the DS was New Super Mario Brothers. That was it.
Which is also a great game, but. I can't. I'm gonna get back to you later. I'm gonna get back to you on that, but
okay.
I can't even with you right now. But no, so Sunshine was my first, and the way I found out about Sunshine is I've told you this 100 times already, but I met a good friend of mine in homeroom 6th grade, and I think he saw like a sticker I had on my binder from like Mario 3 stickers. We started talking about Mario. We were like both huge Mario fans. I think at the time Advance 3 had came out. Advance 3 was I think on the Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy. Yeah, it was Mario 3. So I was talking about that, and he really wanted the game, and I was like, well, if you want it, I'll trade you something for it. And he said that he would trade Super Mario Sunshine, and I was like, Yeah, I was like, what is that? That's not a Mario game. And he was like, yeah, it is. So he started telling me about like all this crazy stuff, how Mario and Peach go like on this vacation to this island, and you have a water jetpack, and you can like do front flips, and like it was all crazy. I did not believe it at all. He was just like, oh yeah, Bowser talks, and you can fly. I was like, no. I don't know how dumb you think I am, but I did not believe it. He's like, oh, I'll bring it to school tomorrow. Don't worry.
It's so hilarious. That's all that was the truth.
I know.
Sounds so far-fetched.
No, I know, right? And so tomorrow comes, he doesn't bring the game, and I was pretty heated because even though I didn't believe him, like I was thinking about it at home, like man, like
what if that was real?
Yeah, what if that is real? And I didn't have a computer or a smartphone to look it up, so I mean, I just had to take this kid's word for it. So a week went by, rinse and repeat. Hey, where's the game? Oh, sorry, I forgot. I had to do this. So I was like, oh yeah, this guy is just full of it. But start of next week, I'll never forget that day. He actually brought it, and like I looked at the disc, and like I could see like the logo in the clouds. I was like, there's no way this is real. Like, and what made me so mad was that throughout that week, every day he forgot it, he would still tell me bits and pieces of the game. Like he told me like how to get certain blue coins, and like there's a secret shine sprite in the sand, and like how to flip over the giant wiggler on Gelato Beach. I was like, where's the game? Like, you should bring the game to me. Stop telling me all this stuff. Like, oh man, I was so mad at him, but I was still enthralled. I was like, I need it. Tell me more.
If this is real, I need it.
I know, right? So he finally brings it to me. I still don't. I was like, this can't be real. So I take it home. I put it in my Wii. Like, I think I watched the intro cutscene like 5 times.
Your Wii? You have a GameCube?
I did, but the Wii was already set up.
Oh, wow, that was okay.
Yeah, it was well, yeah. So I put it in. I watched that intro cutscene like had to be 5 times before dun 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 Super Mario Sunshine. I was like, what? No way! And like the 3D menu, you could like jump around. Oh my goodness, I have such great memories from that game. And I probably put like I had to be hundreds of hours in that game, just running around, doing stuff. I actually cried on the first secret course. I think I actually cried on that because I could not beat it at all. Oh man, I was so depressed. Those secret courses are really like what? When you get flood taken away from you, the game just breaks down.
Movement was not optimized though without flood.
Like
you can't crouch and long jump.
You can't do anything without flood. There's a section where you have to jump on one of those little knockoff Goombas, jump over to the next side, and you can just barely clear that without flood. It's pretty sketchy. But I still love the game, And so 3D All-Star, fast forward to now, 3D All-Stars comes out. That's the first thing I popped in. It was Sunshine, And then I went back to 64, and I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. This is... okay, time out. It's not horrible, but it's definitely...
Pitchforks down.
Yeah, pitchforks down, but it's definitely not the best in the collection. It really isn't.
My only problem is I can't like long jump on stairs and just like go past doors now. They fixed that. You don't gain speed or momentum. I was like, I cleared like I don't speed run because I don't usually have the type of patience it would take to actually do a speed run correctly. But I'll employ speed run tactics when I think it'll be more fun, like in Super Metroid. I'll try to like mock ball, whatever. But I remember doing the I forget what you can call it. We just long jump on the stairs and just gain momentum to just clear boundaries.
Talking about the backwards long jump?
Is that what it's just called?
So yeah, where you're doing the long jump and
BLJ.
Yeah, backwards.
So this going like he says you need 70 stars. I'm like, no, I don't. Just go past this. I was like, oh, that's actually. I didn't think it. I thought it was more like complicated than that. But apparently, if you do it, you just press A, you gain speed enough to just clear the endless stairs. And apparently, you can do it other places too. Would have to try and because I still my 64 would work properly. I still have the original version of the game, but my 64 it stopped working.
Just get a refurbished model, bro.
Where?
Off Amazon.
I don't look, but like.
Hey, so you can get an N64 for like $50.
But you mentioned like schoolyard rumors.
Yeah, I love schoolyard rumors, man. I mean, do you have one before?
I remember back when I had Mario Tennis on the 64. Someone told me I had to do a volley with the CPU for an hour to unlock a secret like tennis court or tennis courts. And my dumb self went home right after school, sat there, and put the computer on the hardest difficulty, and just volleyed with him because and I consider myself good at the game. Like volley for. I had my alarm clock sitting right across me, just looked at an hour, and finally I let the point go off after an hour. I went and nothing happened. I was just like,
no. I think for my childhood, the magnum opus of those schoolyard rumors was from Mario 64 DS because everybody at school had it, and that was like we had just gotten a computer lab, so we were going in looking about it and stuff. And I'll never forget the YouTuber's name, Arceus2404. He was the one I think that started the Waluigi's in Mario 64 DS rumors.
oh jeez.
Oh my good, we would watch so many of those videos to figure out how to unlock Waluigi. And then I remember the reasoning behind it was because look, the M is red for Mario, this color's for Yoshi, this color's for Wario, this color's for Luigi, and then look at this last letter. It's a mixture of blue and purple. That's Waluigi. And we believed it. We believed it. I'm telling you, we all believed it. I was like, oh, this makes so much. I mean, I'm telling you, man, smooth brains. We all had nothing but smooth brains. Smooth brains.
You reminded me that, even back when the 64 came out, you can play as Luigi to unlock him.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to 2020, L is real, like he was supposed to be in the game.
It's crazy, right? L actually was real
At that moment for a time.
No, I remember seeing all the photoshopped evidence and there was one video, I think someone used Action Replay looking back and now, but it was oh my goodness, it was off-screen footage of them playing this Waluigi, and I showed it to my friend, the one that gave me Sunshine, and he stopped believing after a little bit. I guess he was a little smarter than I was, but I still held on hope. I was like, look, it's real. You see it? It's off-screen. They couldn't have faked it. So,
man,
oh my goodness.
How many April Fool's jokes people made fake game out of
oh my goodness. Oh, that brings back good memories, man. I kind of miss it,
Kind of miss what?
Kind of miss the schoolyard rumors. Just, coming to school, sitting in the advisory class, oh yeah, did you know that someone told me Luigi was actually in Sunshine. I wonder if that YouTube video was still up. There was, dang it. I wonder if that, I don't know. I don't think it's up anymore. I mean, it's talking 12 years ago, but there was a video. Someone was like, "Oh yeah, Luigi's in Sunshine. This is what you do." I tried that. Was pretty disappointed when I couldn't unlock him. I just couldn't catch a break. No Waluigi in Mario 64 DS. No Luigi in Sunshine. It was
Sonic, Tails, and Melee.
Yeah. No, see, it's funny. I got Melee after all that, and my neighbor from across the street told me I forget how you're supposed to unlock Mewtwo, but they said that
you have to wait. You have to do some stupid thing involving a lot. Because I know I have to leave my GameCube on.
Everyone leaves it overnight, but I didn't believe that. I didn't, because he was like, yeah, if you leave the GameCube on overnight,
during
you can unlock Melee, and not Melee. You can unlock Mewtwo, and I was like, no, you can't. What? And it's the funny part. He didn't have Mewtwo. He was telling me Mewtwo was in the game and what to do, but he didn't even have it. We got the game around the same time. So it was like, where's the proof? You don't even have them. So I never actually tried. I never got Mewtwo on that. I still have the memory card too. If I ever get Melee again, we'll see. I don't have Mewtwo still. After all this time.
I still have Melee sitting in my closet.
Oh man, I just missed that generation of gaming. I had a lot of great memories, man.
Speaking of past generations, DKC 2 is now available on the virtual console, waste of money, and I really.
He said virtual console, waste of money.
I said virtual. I mean, SNES Online, waste of money still. But I'm playing that though. As much of a waste of money it is.
I don't have the childhood memory, the nostalgia for Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Country, like other people do. My Donkey Kong game was Donkey Kong 94. fun fact, that was the first. Yeah, that was the first like game that I owned. Technically, I got it when I was really young. You remember Sister Mary's son?
Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Chris, you remember Chris?
Yeah.
He had a yellow Game Boy Color that he gave to me with Donkey Kong 94, 4th of July, when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
I was generous.
Yeah, I wasn't very drunk, but I mean, like, by that time, I don't think he was playing Game Boy anymore.
You said 4 or 5. That's 2005 then, right? 4.
Yeah, like, so it's like 2004. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you get
Metroid Prime 2. I think.
I love Donkey Kong 94. That is the best classic Donkey Kong game, and like nobody acknowledges it. Nintendo, I don't think has ever brought it to Virtual Console.
94?
Yeah, Donkey Kong 94.
It's the very first.
But no, it's not the very first Donkey Kong.
Oh no, I'm stupid. Donkey Kong is really old. So wait, so what is Donkey Kong 94 anyway?
So it's classic Donkey Kong, but after that, it's got like
It's just a remastered version.
I mean, I guess remastered is one way to put it. It's kind of like a remake of it. It's I think the best way to describe it, it's a puzzle it's an athletic puzzle platformer. That's probably the best way to describe it. So the first 4 levels are the original levels in Donkey Kong, 25 meter, 50, etc., etc. But then after that, you actually go to worlds. Like the first world is New Donk City. Okay, it's not called New Donk City. It's called Big City. But I mean,
that's what New Donk is inspired by.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I mean it's pretty much New Donk City. No, you haven't played Donkey Kong 94?
No, I played the original Donkey because it was in Donkey Kong 64. So you have to clear those.
It's on that Game Boy in the drawer. If you ever get a chance, you need to play.
I'm not playing that. I'm not wasting my time.
No, it's a really good.
I know you have fond memories, but I'm not.
No, it is a really good Donkey Kong.
When I played the original Donkey Kong, to have to clear it to beat DK64, I hated it.
It's not.
I know it's not that, but it's similar to that, and I hate it.
That's easy. The first 4 levels of Donkey Kong are super easy, and I have save states on. I have save states on this, so you wouldn't have to start there.
No.
Oh my god, I can't believe this with you. Okay. Well, okay, think of the gameplay. You remember the first Mario vs. Donkey Kong on GBA?
Yeah.
That's how the gameplay is. Like that.
I don't like those.
You don't like that gameplay where you doing all those flips and stuff and it's like super athletic Mario?
No.
Why did Nintendo never go back to that style of Mario game? I'm so confused.
It's a bit weird. They try. Every time Nintendo deviates, they never go back, and you can't get Sony Team to stop deviating.
It's like, just go back, please, go back.
Do something similar to what you did last time.
By now everyone just do the same thing.
Just
do the same thing.
No. I think I read this will be making a Sonic Forces too. I'm just like, please no.
No way.
Please help.
They can't.
People defend that game, but I will fight you for that. Like, I hate
it.
Yeah. I won't actually fight you for that.
No. It wasn't a horrible Sonic game.
It was mediocre. That's the problem.
Yeah, it was mediocre. It was just okay. You know. It was just okay.
Sonic Forces 2 Infinite Revenge is a sequel to Sonic Forces only available.
You're lying. You're lying.
Shut up. Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PS4 coming June 23rd, 2021.
I didn't hear anything. Give me this. Sonic Forces 2 Infinite
Revenge.
Wait a minute.
Is that fake? Am I dumb?
You might be dumb. I don't know.
Let me see. Give me that.
Oh, no, wait. No. Sonic Forces 2 for next gen spotted on Sega website. Oh, no.
Yeah.
According to Sega website, Sonic Forces 2 is currently in development and set for release in June 2021.
Is there a gas leak in that company's like? Are they like all like insane or something?
Apparently, I don't understand. I don't get it. Why does that game need a sequel? Who said let's? What?
Where's my team?
It must have sold really well.
Where's my team? But it did because it was tied to Mania. Where's my Team of 4 struck?
Oh, you're right. It was tied to Mania. Was it a prequel? No, Mania was the prequel, right? And that
Mania was the prequel.
You're
Forces
right.
was like the tie-in. Where's my Team of 4 Australian men with Sonic Mania 2?
That's crazy.
Then we get Sonic Forces 2. The one game we wanted a Sonic Generations anything, but we get Forces 2 first.
No, everyone wanted a remaster of Adventures, Sonic Adventures.
They're hinted at Sonic Adventure remake. I don't know if we'll get that. That'd be fun. They get if they actually remastered it, port it like Nintendo likes to port everything.
Yeah, no, Nintendo didn't. Well, they do like to port, but the 3D All Star Collection is not ported; it's emulated.
Yeah, I know. It's emulated. I mean, like they talk about 3D All Stars. Like, yeah, we're gonna give you the 3. You know who else gave us 3 games that they can't? I know it's like Galaxy's not that old, but like Crash and Spiral come to mind for having 3.
And it was $20 cheaper. Let's not forget, it was. Yeah. They remade the game.
It made it look better,
played better, and it was $20 cheaper. But Nintendo gets a pass because hey, people want to play these games how they were originally presented. I want my 4:3 aspect ratio, no 60 frames. But that's the arguments I was seeing online. I was like,
I'm physically compelled to gag whenever I see those type of little
I want the game how it was originally presented. Okay, fine.
They emulate it.
Yeah, I mean, people who say that, what boggles my mind is the people who say that they're always the ones that already have copies of all these games.
They have it physically emulated. They probably would have the DS version.
They pirated it. I mean, like, they've got every conceivable way you can play those games. They have it already. But it's like, nope, I want it the way it was originally. Don't improve it. I want the same glitches that were there.
Those we call those radicals and fanatics.
Yes,
those aren't the
zealots.
Yeah, they're not the general, the fan base at large.
I wasn't in the camp that was like Nintendo should have remade them from the ground up. I was like, look, I know Nintendo wasn't going to do that, but they didn't even do the bare minimum. Like, you're talking about, you couldn't have put 64 in 16:9 widescreen. You couldn't have bumped them up to 60 frames.
We didn't get Galaxy 2. You know they weren't trying.
I still think they kept Galaxy 2 because they're going to do something with it later. I think we're going to see it again for $60. And then we're all going to buy still.
I'm not buying crap. You didn't. The version I have was you bought it for me.
It was your birthday. That's why I got it for you.
Right. But yeah, I wasn't going to spend money on that. I have every besides Sunshine. I already had 64 and Galaxy.
Well, I got it. Well, I got it for Sunshine.
Yeah, I know.
Because it hasn't been re-released anywhere, and a copy on Amazon is ridiculously expensive. You want a box copy of Sunshine?
Yeah,
you have to, I don't know, reverse the mortgage.
I can't even game fly. I tried game flying Sunshine. I couldn't find it.
I'm sure, because I mean, like, with GameFly's whole hook angle is like, oh yeah, if you want to keep our games, you can just keep it. People are keeping copies of Sunshine.
No, obviously, they're just like, I'm not returning this. This is mine.
Yes,
I can't find Beautiful Joe anywhere. I'm just like.
And you know what's funny? I remember Sunshine actually being in the promotional material. I'm gonna say like 2011 when 3D Land came out on 3DS. I remember like it being there. You could get it. Now at the time I wanted 3D Land because that was what I wanted. But still, I remember Sunshine. So it was on GameFly. It was not like they never put it on there. It was there. I remember. I just didn't have the means to get it.
Use your money. When does 3D World come out? Then did 3D World
February.
That's right.
And even if the online's bad, I'm still gonna get it. I mean, it's good. It has online. That's what we wanted for the first one.
Yeah. I wanted multiplayer fun, but online. I mean, if they would do something with the Switch, it's online. You get a bit native LAN connection or something for all these Smash players out there.
Holding out cups. Can I get an Ethernet cable over here? I mean,
while the competition just licorice chewing on the Ethernet cable. They're just like on the router when they play the actual game. Why?
No, they gotta sit on top of it. Honestly, that's how struggle's real for Smash players.
I tried playing Smash online, and I tell you, my Switch and my router are literally like 3 feet apart, and I PowerPoint slideshow.
And then people, I was playing with he's probably not watching the stream, but there's a guy in Discord that I was playing with, and every time there's lag, it's always my fault. Even though my internet's fine, it's always my fault. Well, if you're experiencing lag because of peer-to-peer connection, that means it's you. It's your fault. I'm like, what? It's a slideshow for me. But you can't bring up bad lag in Smash. It's either it's your fault or just excuses because you suck. Get good, scrub. Like, that's all you get.
I have the highest tier, like, internet you can get from Cox, and I still had a PowerPoint slideshow in Smash. Inexcusable.
It's really bad, right? Like, I like Smash, but I like it. But
I just default to playing Mario Kart 8 because that's generally fine.
The game I really was looking forward to having good online for was a Mario Maker 2. Yeah, I know the shudder, right? We tried to play together. You and I tried to play together, and it was abysmal. It was god awful. It was horrible. I mean, it was an actual slideshow. It was an actual, okay, here's slide 1. This is what I think about this scene. You guys are good? Any questions? Okay, moving on. Here's slide 2. That's how bad it was. And we don't live that far from each other. You live down the street.
I've never had hype for a game sucked out of me so, like, forcefully.
Before that, I was, oh man, I preloaded it. I was like, let's go. I'm there day one online. And it was bad day one, obviously. And I was like, well, you know what? Maybe the servers are just swamped. Give them time. I came back a couple weeks later. It was still bad. I just played it before here, just to see. And it was still horrible. I don't understand, and it's like, you can't offer any criticism without being deemed branded as a hater, even though, yeah, you just hate Nintendo, you just want to see them fail, the game still sell millions of copies, so what does it matter? Like, and yeah, I mean, like, the online's horrible.
They're trying to have a super unique and, like, console, and then try to make games that, like, they know how competitive Smash is. You can't have a freaking system with no innate LAN connection put online, and then we all had to go. We had to stay at home for 6 months. All we had to do was play
exactly
online, and then we found out how bad internet connections. You just, like, when you're forced to play online for people in any game, period. You find out whether you can do it or not, and we found out that it's like Smash isn't going to go anywhere online. It's all about once we're out of the pandemic, we could the plague.
Once the plague's over, we probably go back to.
I still need a Plague Doctor mask.
You play what?
I still need a Plague Doctor mask.
I know, right? I mean. No, don't get one. Oh, right. You said a guy got arrested for wearing one out in public.
Crap.
Yeah, so exactly. Don't get one. But there's no excuse. All right. I mean, especially not after we found out they're the richest company in Japan.
They're cheap. I did not know they're the richest company in Japan.
Yeah,
it makes sense, but
no. We found out after there was some kind of earnings call they did, and they compared them. Yeah, they're the richest company in Japan. Or okay, richest gaming company in Japan. But it's a lot of no. It's either richest company, richest. Look it up. I'm pretty sure it's richest.
Because richest gaming company is a little different. Just the richest company in Japan.
I think it was the richest company. But even if it was the richest gaming company, you're talking about, like, Sony. They're just towering over it. It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money they had. Point being,
it's the richest company in Japan. Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Richest company. I knew I was not crazy. The richest company in Japan, not the richest gaming company. They are the richest company in Japan. That is insane to think about.
It makes sense because how long they've been about it, how their business decisions.
Yeah, they just celebrated their 131st birthday the other day.
Of being cheap.
Yeah, of being cheap.
Cutting corners for another.
Reminds me of that clip from the SpongeBob movie. What made you want to open another Krusty Krab next to the original? Money. I mean, and look, we love Nintendo. We're still gonna buy Nintendo products. We're still gonna buy Nintendo games. But I mean, come on, like, where's all that money and R&D going into?
I barely buy Nintendo. The last thing I bought on the Switch, which isn't even mine, was Hades. And that's not even made by Nintendo. It's just made. If I could play Steam, I would have bought it on Steam instead.
Fair. Oh, you know what? Fair enough. I got you problem. Well, I still buy Nintendo stuff. I mean, cause like I like the Switch. I love the hardware. It is my favorite piece of gaming hardware ever. I mean, it's such a great idea. All I want are Switches. I just want good Switches, if that makes sense, or better Switches. You know. Speaking of which, that just brings us into revision talk. I mean, we've come around already. For the next revision, I personally don't think it's going to be 4K capable. I think that's just all the industry analysts gassing each other up. You know how it goes up there. You know how it goes. But no, I don't think it'll be 4K capable. But I think it's going to be a refresh. It's pretty sure it's going to be a refresh. A lot of people are talking about like it's going to be the next generation Switch. I don't see that anytime soon. It's going to be like a new 3DS type situation.
Or just like just a slightly more souped up model with games you can't get except for a new Switch.
I don't think they'll do that. I don't think Nintendo will do that.
Are you sure?
Look, I'm not. Why'd you ask me that? Because I was before you said that. But no, I don't think they're gonna do a repeat of the 3DS because they learned their lesson that way. No, what I think they're gonna do is it's gonna be a compatible chip. If they upgrade the chip, it's got to be a compatible one. So everyone's pointing fingers at the X2 because it's literally just a revision of the X1 that's in the Switch now. So I can see that being an X2. It's going to be backwards compatible anyway because it's the same CPU architecture with X1.
Oh, you mean backwards? Oh, God, I was like, what games could be backwards compatible with itself?
No, but I mean, as far as like,
no.
yeah, you get me. So you put Breath of the Wild in and it doesn't like brick because it can't run. But realistically, like you just said, Nintendo's very cheap. But I know we don't like how cheap they are, but I mean, they have some of the best like hardware engineers on the planet. Just the way they're able to just design these systems and get the most money after it's gone through retail, it still blows my mind. Like I said, I bring this up with you every other feels like couple weeks. $43. That's how much money is made after a Switch has gone from the assembly line to your home. So after it's been assembled in the Chinese sweatshops, it's been flown overseas. You know, they process it through GameStop. They make $43 off of that. Every Switch sold. That's an astronomical amount of money. I mean, every other console manufacturer, they always sell at a loss. But Nintendo refuses to. They will not sell a console at a loss. And I mean, look, I respect them for that. Like, hey, don't sell at a loss, but just, you know, this once.
Try harder.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Try harder. I mean, it's little things, right? It's little things with the Switch that just seem to add up. Like, the online service. That should be a simple... Okay, let me rephrase it. Let me roll it back. Stop G. That should be a relatively common sense action to take to fix. You know I'm going with this. Like, it's not worth the money. Even though it's cheap, it's $20 a year for online. Is the cheapest offering out of all the three. But the caveat with that is you get the least in return.
You get what you pay for.
Literally, yeah, you get what you get the ability to play online. That's all. That's what the $20 pays for. You get the ability to play
for a year.
Online for a year. Compared to the other ones, you know, you get some games every month or whatever. There's other perks that come with it. And then for Nintendo, it's like, hey, here's some NES and Super Nintendo games. The same ones we've been
getting for the virtual console that was prior.
Since, I mean, if you really want to be technical, they've been releasing some of those games since the GBA days on physical cartridges.
Yeah, and you've always had to pay money somehow for it.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I mean, I think if they offered more, made a little bit more. I don't want to say, yeah, a little bit more compelling. Yeah, a little bit more compelling. I think I could rest easier at night, dropping $20 on it. Because sometimes I do think about it. It's like, man, I really am wasting money. Maybe I should cut the Switch online. But if I do that, I can't play Payday 2 online, and that is my like, it's in my top 5 favorite Switch games. Believe it or not, I really like playing the game online, and I can't do it if I cut Nintendo's online service. So I've got to keep it. I don't play anything else online, really. I really don't. It's pretty much that. Occasionally Mario Kart, and if I'm feeling particularly
sadistic,
yeah, it'll
or masochistic, my bad.
Yeah, if I'm feeling like that, maybe I'll pop in Splatoon 2. I don't touch Smash. I know you're gonna probably say Smash. I just can't go back to Smash. Mario Maker 2 and Smash. No, I just can't do it.
My brother's all over Smash, or not Smash, Splatoon 2, and Mario Kart.
I haven't played it in a hot minute, but like the last time I did, I just got destroyed because I hadn't played in like a year. I was still 11, level 35, I think. Yeah, I was really low, so I just hopped in everybody's like 50 and 60, and I was like, wait a minute, don't they match you by level type? I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then just splatted. I couldn't do anything. So yeah, that's a game I don't play that much. I like Splatoon 2, but I just don't play it that much anymore.
My problem is for online, you don't even have to have a LAN cable built to the handheld Switch. Just in the base.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to put one on the handheld itself.
Just put it in the base. Because the Switch connects to the base anyway.
Speaking of the base, why do we have a USB 3.0 on that dock, but it's not enabled? It's still disabled. Almost 4 years later, there has not been an update to enable that to work. It just functions as a regular USB Type 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just, it makes you really like, get in the thinker pose, like, who's in charge of these decisions? I know, right? I mean, that's how I feel too. It's, I want to say it's ridiculous, but maybe it's just us, being armchair critics. It's pretty, I guess, I know it's easy for us to sit in our chairs at our table and just complain, but like, come on, like, really, like, is there that much bureaucracy where you can't enable an update for USB 3.0?
As many system updates as you get for a system.
Yeah, like, they just did an update where you can't have the name Corona now on the Switch. It blocks it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, like, come on. And I was like, why would they do that? Like, it's so dumb.
It's tasteless for one, but also you have kids like Corona.
But somebody said, like, I guess they didn't want, like, playing Splatoon 2, you got splatted by Corona. which if that happened to me, I would probably die of laughter. Or that'd be pretty funny.
It's tasteless because people have actually lost family members from Corona, so it probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, no, of course, but I mean, you know how kids are.
Dumb, yes.
Oh yeah, you really know.
I really know. Yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, I get that, but why you did that? You couldn't have enabled 3.0. I mean,
we need to make sure people aren't tasteless, even though there's so many other things they should have added with that Corona as far as names go, but I won't get into that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I like the Switch. It's my favorite piece of gaming hardware ever. But along with that, there's a bunch of little nitpicks that just add up. Just
drifting.
That is not a little nitpick, mind you. I'm gonna, let's play a game. Let's just count how many Joy-Con sets I have. Hold on, I think I have. Let me see. Okay, well they're in my car. Well, I put it in my car, but I have like 4. I had the gray launch ones. Then after that, I got one pair of yellow, all yellow. Those started drifting. I got another pair of yellow, and then the right one started drifting. And you've already seen I just replaced it Because at first I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm not giving Nintendo any more of my money. I'm just going to suffer. I'm just going to do it myself. I opened up my Joy-Cons. I followed tutorials. I sprayed it with the electronic dust stuff up there.
Or WD-40?
No. That's,
Oh, okay. Sorry, Bomb.
yeah, that's just the compressed air.
That's all WD-40 is. It's just cold compressed air.
Fair enough. But yeah, I did all that stuff, and it still drifted. And I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna suffer. I don't care. You know what? Most times, if you move it, it goes away anyway. So I was, being macho man. Wasn't gonna give Nintendo any more money. And then 3D All Star Collection comes out, and then I try to play Sunshine, and it's unplayable because the camera is already wonky in that game.
Oh, you said the right stick, right?
The right stick, so it's the camera stick.
Just...
So yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna work. No, I can hold it. I can do it. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like the secret course, it's the worst in the secret courses. Because, I mean, look, the camera has... Okay, that's a lie. The camera does have... I was going to say the camera has no bearing on your momentum when you jump, which is a lie, because it does. I just thought about that. But, so yeah, I would go to make a jump, and then the camera would just swivel, and I'd miss it. Or I'd, try to jump and then hit the ledge bump. It was annoying. So I was like, all right, you win, Nintendo. I'm going to have to buy another pair. And, they feel really good when they're new and you get them out the box.
For about 3 days.
Yeah, about 3 days. 8 months later, they're just bad. Oh my God. And it makes me so mad because we're coming up on the 4th year. How are we still having these kind of R&D problems?
Cheap.
Apparently, I mean...
There's a lawsuit. There's a bunch of...
Yeah, there's a class action lawsuit going on that they actually acknowledged, which was insane to me. I didn't think Nintendo would ever acknowledge a lawsuit, but they should know they're wrong. I mean, come on.
Unless they're doing this to get shady mechanics mess up your car to get more money from you.
I mean, that's one tinfoil hat theory. I don't think that's the thing. I mean,
conspiracy podcast.
I know, conspiracy podcast. But no, it's look, like you said, they're cheap. $43 after it's gone from the sweatshop out of GameStop. That's insane.
Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they pocket. So you do $43 times 60 million units, and that's not even taking into account for how much they're making back on their platform and sales and deals. So yeah, of course they're the richest company in Japan. They have the money to fix this issue. That's my issue. That's my problem I have with Nintendo right now. Is we shouldn't have gone. That number is so big I can't even say. What is that? 2.5 billion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So never mind. I guess I am a little smarter than I thought. But yeah, and that is the roughest number we could possibly imagine. That's it's not even right. That number just goes up every second. It's going up. Someone's buying a game off the eShop. They're getting 30% off that. Someone's getting a game from retail. It's always going up. So they have the money to fix this. They have the money to fix online. They apparently had the money to open up a new theme park, but our Joy-Cons are still drifting 3 years later. I don't understand. Look, I'm going to go, obviously. Yes, you will. We're going. But
you're taking me, I guess.
Oh yeah, we're going. Yes, you're going. But yeah, they have the money to fix this issue. Every excuse I see, Nintendo needs to do. No, they have the money to fix this issue. Stop.
The richest company in Japan.
Yeah, just richest company in Japan can't fix their controllers, and it's really disappointing to me because going back, their controllers, I mean, have always still stand the test of time. I still have my GameCube controller in that top drawer right there. Works fine. It doesn't drift. It's fine.
My first Gen 64 just stopped working this year. I bought it it was a launch.
1997, folks. Nintendo 64 controller just stopped working.
No, my 64. I have plenty. I have 5 controllers and a 64, which is 95, 96, which was purchased because they came out towards the end of the SNES life cycle.
Right. You're right.
You're talking about That's like 96. So that's 2020. What is that? I don't want to math right now.
I don't want to math either. But the point being, we've gone all these generations.
It's only 40 years.
That's not 40. Get out of here.
No, hold on. No. I'm being dumb. Hold on. Because, of course, it's been 20 years since you were born. Obviously. Right. So then you had, what, 90? So, oh, wait. I can subtract time off of my age.
Yeah, that's right. I was like 40 years. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so if I'm 32, wow, that's 20 something years.
Yeah,
that's a 20-year-old system just went bad this year. So it's not like they don't know how to make a long-lasting system.
The thing is, just using cheaper parts, off-the-shelf type stuff. Look, every console this generation did that. PS4 did that. Xbox did that. The Switch did that. They all switched. They all found a chip manufacturer, and they just, a la carte picked what they wanted for the systems. Xbox, PS4, they went to AMD. Nintendo went with NVIDIA. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. You don't have to develop your own architecture and CPU, because chances are, history tells us that developers don't like that. They like what's easy, So it makes sense that they did that. My problem is, by now, that R&D stuff should have been worked out. It shouldn't take almost 4 years to figure out how to make Joy-Con stop drifting.
If they're trying to.
I mean, there's videos. I have seen the videos of, you put conductive, foam in there and it'll stop it and stuff like that, or whatever. And Nintendo repairs them. So it's not like they don't know how to fix it. Because if you send your Joy-Cons in, they get repaired. So they can fix this. I just don't know why after I think after technically 3 console revisions, we haven't seen it. Because there was a silent revision where they updated the chip in the Switch. And then we got the one with the better battery life. Then we got the Switch Lite, which I found out, no, don't believe that lie. Some Switch Lites, the can drift as well. Yeah. Because you said a lie. Everyone's like, oh, did they fix it? No, your Switch Lite will never drift. And no, I have seen it. The Switch Lite can drift. That is possible. It's not as widespread, I'll give them that, as the regular Switch. But it's still an issue. Look, I can talk about Joy-Con drifting all day. It's really annoying because you think about it, it shouldn't exist.
As widespread as it is.
Yeah, as wide, and it's a lot of people. Well, if I'm affected by it, now it's a problem. Because it's very easy, just to sit back maybe they just have bad luck. But now that it's entered my sphere, and I know people in real life having Joy-Con drift, now it's an issue. Now I've got to get on my soapbox. Now I've got to complain. Yeah, cause that's what this is, honestly. Because I'm on my 4th pair.
Yeah, my brother is too. He has his Joy-Cons. He has a pair of 4 that just sitting there, drifted, not broke, but drifted. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, you can't do anything. It's like you don't want to throw them away because you paid $80 for them. Which
I could
Jesus,
I could buy. I bought PS4 controllers for less.
Yeah, true. But on the caveat with PS4 controllers, they have no battery life. They have, which I will give the Joy-Cons credit for. They last a very, very long time battery wise. It's just, why do they drift so much? You know what? No, I'm gonna stop complaining about the drift. There's other things to complain about. We can complain about other things.
As a gaming boomer, I think they tried harder when gaming wasn't so widespread entertainment.
Well, you had to try harder. You had to try
to become established, so the games seemed to be more creative and interesting. The hardware lasted longer. I think if my mother hadn't thrown away my SNES,
Oh my goodness!
I think I still would have my SNES as well.
What is it?
SNES.
What is it with black parents just throwing away game consoles? Because I've told you this. My mother, she threw away my working PlayStation 1. The game, I was playing Star Wars Episode 1 on it. And it was up. Look, this is literally what happened. I was playing Star Wars Episode 1 on the TV. I had to use the bathroom. I go to the bathroom and I get up. I come back. It's gone. And I see her walking through the window from where the dumpster was. And I come in and I ask, where's the PlayStation 1? She says, I don't know. Now, mind you, at this time, it was just me and her living in like a 1-bedroom apartment. So, I don't know. And even to this day, I'm like, I saw you. I was like, I saw you throw it away. I told her, I saw you throw it away. She said, no, you didn't. And I thought about it.
I was present for this discussion.
So that's right, you were there. So I was like, but yeah, I saw you were walking away from the dumpster. She's like, did you see me take it to the trash can? And I was like, no, but what? And I was like, no. Did you see it in the dumpster? I went to check. I didn't see it in the dumpster, honestly. I didn't go out and look for it. I mean, I was little at the time, so I couldn't really get in the dumpster, but I couldn't see it. But no, she threw it. She definitely threw it away. Like, it's obvious she threw it away. But to this day, she has never admitted it. And she's like, well, you didn't see me do it, so obviously it didn't happen. So ever since then, I just...
to my mother's credit, my SNES, my sister had put a penny in it, so she thought a part was loose, so she thought it was broken. So when you pick it up, it would jingle like something was loose. Yeah. So she thought it was broken, so she just threw it away. Kept all my games though,
which that was super depressing. Like, here's all these games that you can't play. No, I remember gaming sisters. The sisters, what you got the black moms and then you got the black sisters. So this is what my sister did. When I didn't have a memory card at the time when I was young. I was playing Lego Star Wars, the prequel trilogy one, and I had to leave it on just to get through the game. Yeah, I was on episode 3. Oh my goodness, I was towards the end of the game, episode 3. I remember this. I left it on overnight, and I think my dad had taken her out, I guess for ice cream or something. I already went to bed. I woke up in the morning, and the disc thing was open, and it was unplugged, like somebody tripped over it or whatever. And I was like, yo, what the heck? So I asked her, and at this time, she's like 3 or 4, whatever. So I'm like,
are you going to get a straight answer out of a toddler?
Well, I mean, I myself am only like 7 or 8. Oh. So yeah, but yeah, I'm demanding. Like that episode of Arthur, he's shaking his fist like, yo, what happened? And through all of her garbled nonsense, I was able to get that, yes, she had knocked it over and opened it. So it was time to fight. I was like, all right, well, put up your dukes. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, threw hands with the toddler.
We gotta throw hands right now. Obviously, Dad didn't like that.
No.
So
I bet he did.
So it was like, that was the first time I got the, you have to be a big brother type speech.
Lecture.
Yeah,
lecture. The lashes first.
Yeah.
The 30 lashes first?
Yeah. But so I was like, wah, wah. Yeah, so ever since then, after that, she knows, though. Don't touch my gaming stuff. Well, because now that we're all grown, you can get beat. You can't.
I'll actually throw hands because you can take it now.
Yeah, you can take it now. So, yeah, she's learned.
That reminds me, you met my cousin who, like, I had, what was it, maybe Malneric 1, who came over because back when my parents just threw parties and invited family over. I was playing, I was laying around. She thought it was funny. She was 8 or 9. Thought it was funny to take that copy of my game and throw it away prior to my knowledge.
Oh,
I questioned her about it later. She's like, "Yeah, I threw it away." I'm just like,
Battle Network 1? Just in the garbage?
I've never finished Battle Network 1 for that reason. I can't even emulate it. I'm just like
the memory,
repressed memory. I mean, I'm so much older than her though, so I can't. I wasn't going to fight her because like she was 8 and I was like in high school. I wasn't just gonna like punch an 8-year-old.
I mean,
yeah. Listeners, I'm throwing hands with my 3-year-old toddler sister who can't even say words properly because she knocked over my PlayStation.
you don't realize.
You didn't have a PlayStation, sorry, you had it.
Yeah, that was after the PlayStation got thrown away. So yeah, it was time to fight. Hey, you know what? I couldn't fight my mom, but you're just about my size. So come here. I was so you don't realize how upset I was about that. That was, and I don't think it was that. No, it was some time later that she knocked it over from the PlayStation, but it's horrible, It's awful. It was good times, looking back. Good time. I miss those generations of games, before the internet was widespread. I didn't have the internet, so like we talked about earlier, schoolyard rumors.
Yeah, consumer-based internet didn't happen until I was until I was in kindergarten. Because I think '94 is when you like widespread consumer-based dial-up AOL internet.
Yeah, when everybody's 15K modem.
You can't use the phone.
Yeah, can't use the phone.
That sound still. I hate hearing that sound. That sound in an alarm clock is probably my most hated sounds on the planet.
Oh my goodness!
I've literally had those sounds wake me up from nightmares. I hate that sound dial-up modem. I hate it.
Oh my! It's. Is it still? Dial-up still exists though.
Yeah, it does. And I think
I just found out the other day. I was like, what?
Yeah, people like I need my AOL.
Ask Jeeves. Didn't that come with AOL too?
Does it come with? I didn't ask Jeeves if it's still around. I thought I went with the MySpace.
Oh, I think I went before MySpace.
I went before. Oh, because I used to have a MySpace. That was the weirdest form of social media I've ever had. Because I never had a live journal.
Oh my goodness, that's so. My internet didn't become, I guess, a thing for me until I got to 8th grade. Like once we got our computer labs set up in place and we could actually start using them, I had a computer literacy class in 8th grade that I did not pay attention in, and I played nothing but Flash games during. Like any chance I could get to play Flash games, whether at Boys and Girls Club or we were supposed to be doing a lab or something in science class and we had the laptop cart, I was probably on Cool Math Games, Y8.com, Newgrounds, Happy Wheels. I forgot where we got Happy Wheels from, but that was big. Like 2012. That's the year I definitely remember. We played so much Happy Wheels, so much. Oh my! I don't know if you play Happy Wheels. Did you play Happy Wheels?
No, I've only watched Let's Plays of Happy
Wheels. That was a part of my childhood, and I wish I had like an hour counter for it, an activity log, because it was probably in the thousands of hours playing that stuff. It was fun though. I loved it, man. I miss Electric Stickman 2. You probably didn't play that either, but.
I wasn't into big the Stickman because your high school experience and my high school experience were similar but vastly different. The first Halo was something we played in some version of Halo, and I remember playing Quake 3 in freshman year. Quake 3.
Oh, he said I remember playing Quake 3, man. That's crazy, dude. Man, high school. What did I play starting high school? Oh, you know what? The game that was big with us during high school was actually Smash for 3DS. We played a lot of it freshman, sophomore, up until the Switch came out. I mean, we were playing the 3DS a lot, and everybody. Again, it was so weird too because I went to school in the hood, so it was insane to think so many people had 3DSs and unironically enjoyed them. Like just people you wouldn't think to have one.
Oh no! See, 3DS now. It's cool to have a game just now. When I was back in my Smash in high school, I remember freaking out in sophomore, junior year over Snake and Brawl. I remember Snake and Brawl was announced and some dude like, bro, it's Snake. I'm like, I know. Snake and Brawl. It was a bunch of 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds losing their mind over a blue anthropomorphic hedgehog and Smash.
It was a big deal.
But our teacher's like, what are y'all
a big moment like that for us, honestly. For Smash, no, I think the big thing was big like that. What was big like that during my childhood? I'm trying to think. Been Brawl. It might have been Brawl, honestly, because I didn't. A lot of us didn't have access to the Smash Dojo to check stuff like that. But a friend who lived a couple houses behind me, he did, and he would fill us in and stuff. But I don't remember getting like super hyped. No. I remember now. I remember falling for a lot of the rumors. No, that's I was a gullible child. You could tell me.
Children are gullible. I was gullible. There's so many rumors I could go over about stuff about the 64 days. You just do this absurd maniacal
and
thing.
people really did
And
it.
you would go home and try.
I did it. I mean,
tried unlocking Sonic and Tails, and it wasn't even remotely going to happen. You have to do some absurd amount of like pro melee thing. And I did. I successfully killed some certain amount. I did. I was just like, where's Sonic?
Oh man, I already know about the Waluigi one. I'm trying to think of another one that happened during that. No, I think it was really the games that we played socially like that during that era for us was Mario Kart DS, which before 8 was my favorite Mario Kart game ever.
Oh, you didn't like 7?
No, I love 7, but I meant like that one has the most nostalgia for me because I remember. I don't want to get my dates mixed up, but I'm pretty sure that game came out the tail end of elementary school when I was going into 6th grade. And the last thing we did in 5th grade was we went on a picnic to I think Mountains Edge Park, and when we were there, we set up everything, and we had like this little ceremony, like okay, who was the most likely to succeed, or that kind of stuff that they do
for children. You didn't tell you, you're the most likely to succeed, but not you though.
Well, yeah, looking back now, I guess it sounds kind of bad, but
most likely to fail.
Yeah, they gave us awards and stuff, and they let us eat the picnic, and everybody, I think our class size was a class of 20. It was like a 21, 22, and everybody bar 4 kids maybe had a Nintendo DS revision original of some kind. And we all had Mario Kart DS, Mario Party. I can't. DS, Mario Party DS is only one, right?
DS.
Yeah, Mario Party DS. So we're playing that. You don't know how beautiful that was. Like, if I could just go back and just watch. I don't have to participate. If I could just go back as myself and watch that scene unfold, I'd be happy. I would be happy, so happy. I mean, Mario Kart, man. I love that game so much. I made my own little emblems. It's a solid Mario Kart game. It's the most. That's like as far as I would go back, honestly. No, Double Dash. Double Dash is as far as I'd go back, and Mario Kart DS is like the sweet spot between Deluxe and Double Dash, in my opinion. Like it's really good. It's like 8 Deluxe invalidated 8 and 7. You don't have to play those because we have 8 Deluxe now. But 8 Deluxe hasn't invalidated Double Dash or Mario Kart DS for me, if that makes any sense. I know you're like giving me blank stares right now, but
I mean, the only Mario Karts I played was Super. I played Super. I played 64. I played Double Dash. I played your version. I played your DS version. I never played 7. I've never played 7.
Oh, you've never played 7?
No, I had the Grand Prix. I think what put a bad taste in my mouth was I had Grand Prix for the GBA, and I hated Grand Prix. Mario Kart Grand Prix for the GBA. So I didn't touch Mario Kart until like the Wii.
It's a technically impressive game.
In what sense?
That I mean, it's
it's like a Game Boy that can support Mario Kart.
Oh, no, not that. But I mean, what they were able to do. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are 3D models. Just against
2D background.
They got the parallax occlusion map. No, not parallax occlusion mapping. Excuse me. Parallax scrolling with the backgrounds and stuff. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game, but like you said, it's not something that I would play. I don't like it either. But oh my goodness, I can't believe that. What was that?
Let's end the podcast here.
You want to take the end right here?
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we'll be able to come back next week. You be able to come back next week?
I see no reason I can't. Not that I know of.
Well, yeah, we'll shoot a dart. Yeah, play it by ear. We'll shoot a dart for the calendar.